This ain't Texas, but this is. The state of Texas and the country Chile have flags that are almost identical. Both have a white stripe on top of a red stripe, and they also include a blue section on the left side, but the blue on the Texas flag extends all the way to the bottom of the flag, while the blue on Chile's flag only covers the upper left corner. And of course, they both include one lone or single white star. And check this out. Texas is also known as the Lone Star State, and the Chilean flag is also known as La Estrella Solitaria, which translates to the Lone Star. Chile adopted their current flag in 1817, but before that, Chile's flag looked like this, and now this. Now let's get into the details. Blue represents the sky and the Pacific Ocean, white represents the snow that covers the Andes Mountains, and red represents the blood spilled in the fight for independence. Now, this star is more than just a star. Before Chile was colonized by Spain and before the fight for independence kicked off, the indigenous Mapuche were said to have already been using this flag, which features a guñelve, a symbol for the planet Venus, which inspired the white star seen on the Chilean flag today. It represents an independent nation, but it also represents a guide on the path of progress and honor. So, did Texas copy Chile? Let's find out. Long before Texas was made a US state, it belonged to Spain, and once Mexico became independent from Spain, they kept Texas as a part of the Mexican Empire. And then in 1836, Texas declared independence from Mexico, becoming the Republic of Texas. So, yes, Texas was its own country at one point, but that was relatively short lived because the US annexed Texas as the 28th state in 1845, which kicked off the Mexican American War, resulting in Mexico ceding what would become California, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and parts of Wyoming and Colorado. Originally, Texas was using this flag, and then in 1839, they adopted this flag, which is the current state flag of Texas. And fun fact, Texas is one of only two state flags that was also the flag of an independent nation prior to becoming a state. Bonus points if you know what the other state flag is. Now, according to Texas flag code, the blue represents loyalty, white represents purity, and red represents bravery. Historically, the star is a symbol of Texas declaring independence from Mexico. The star also represents all of Texas and stands for unity as one for God, state, and country, as well as Texas's independent spirit, which is why it's nicknamed the Lone Star State. Now, there isn't really strong evidence to support that the Texas flag copied or was inspired by the Chilean flag, and it's likely that this is just another coincidence. But what I can say is that the designs for both flags were inspired by movements and fights for independence, and they likely took cues from other red, white, and blue flags of other countries with very notable revolutions. My name is Marissa, and now you know, this is Texas, and this is Chile. And also, while we're on the subject, look what I have. What was in the background of this video? 1,000 Chilean pesos, which is equal to about $1.13 right now. Not a lot, but still pretty cool. I like collecting money from other countries. You can see my Colombian pesos right there. So yeah.